So here at the Calgary Drop-in Wood Shop, we have a lot of eager students that are desiring to learn the trade so that they can get jobs in the industry. We've been fortunate to find a substantial amount of work. That's my continued challenge, to try and find more as we continue to progress and succeed here, teaching and investing into young people's lives to make a difference. There's a strategy that we use here, and that's safety first, quality second, and our attitude is everything. And so that's what we try to instill into our students, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. And we're very thankful to have the opportunity here at the DI to have a chance to invest into these people's lives to make a difference. And we could see a lot of that happening, and I'm excited to be here. And the DI is making a huge impact, huge difference in our culture and in our city. I hope that we can continue to do this for many more years to come.
We at the DI are very fortunate to have a medical team that works collaboratively with Sheldon Schumer and the Alberta Health Services. I came on board last year just as the program was beginning to take place. We have 2 physicians that work around the clock. One of our doctors is, I would say, on call. The other physician comes in twice a week. We also have a behavioral health consultant and wound care coming in now once a week to help our clients. Our clients are able to access their services 6 days a week. We have no barriers. You don't have to have an Alberta healthcare number to come here. And we're very fortunate to have that ability to provide that care to our clients, as they do often fall through the cracks. And I feel that it's very important to offer those services free of charge, and also in a place where they can come and not feel segregated from society.
In the evolution of programming at the Drop-In Center, I think that what we have done, certainly over the past decade, as the sheer number of people that we served grew exponentially, is move away from just delivering basic needs services to starting to think about how we can provide the supports and programming necessary to help people make next steps in their lives. It's important that we serve first the basic needs, because without that you can't progress beyond. But I think we're becoming more and more cognizant of the fact that we want to be able to work individually with people, despite the fact that we have such a large volume of clients. And one of the ways that we've undertaken to deliver that kind of programming is using a case management approach, which is really about sitting with an individual one-to-one with a qualified staff person whose role it is to help that person, that client, articulate, think about, dream about what they want to become, what they want to achieve, and what they need to get there. Really, it's about gathering in-depth information about the individual and then working with them proactively to determine how we can give them what they need in order to realize success.
We've had some amazing financial highlights in 2009, 2010. One of the highlights obviously was paying off Bridgeland Manor. We started the year with a $651,000 mortgage, and by December 31st of 2009 the mortgage was completely gone and paid. Paying down the mortgage now means that building will now be standalone, will not require any additional funds from donors or from general operations to fund the ongoing activities that happen over there. So that's a pretty exciting project. We've got the building almost full with both market renters and the renters that we put in there, our clients. And so the building is now standalone and should require no further funds from the Drop-In Center or its donors. 2009 also seen the integration of Sundial into our operations. We purchased Sundial officially on April the 1st, 2009, and during the course of the next 12 months we integrated that into our operations, and it has now become not only a revenue center but also an operational center for our clients as a new home for transitional housing. Another highlight of the year, I think, was buying the new warehouse in the northeast. We were notified late last year that we were going to lose the warehouse that we were operating in East Village. The board undertook a search for a new building, and one was found at 30,000 square feet. And so I think that was pretty exciting. And also I think during the year we did two major capital projects at the drop-in center. One was the renovations to the third floor washroom, and the other was the guardhouse that was built outside to help control traffic and provide extra security for our clients, staff, and volunteers.
I honestly don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Questions occurred to me other times. No, I don't know. If the DI didn't exist, I don't know where I would have ended up. When I left my apartment for the last time, I didn't know where I was going. I knew about the DI, but I didn't really know anything about getting into it or what the alternatives were. I just sort of showed up at the DI and got taken in. But yeah, if the DI didn't exist, I have no idea where I would have spent that night or the following nights. The biggest thing I learned was managing my money, planning ahead financially. That was always a big problem for me, budgeting and things like that. So yeah, moving here is it's let me put a lot of that kind of stuff that I learned at Project Forward into practice. It's something I don't think the government or other social agencies are really providing too much of. And for the DI to step up and say, we'll do it ourselves for our clients is, yeah, I think it's vital. I think it's really important that there are places like the DI. If you think you qualify to move into Sundial, do whatever is required to get in here. It's a huge difference as far as your self-esteem, just the way you feel about yourself, the way your outlook on life. If you're thinking of moving independently, yeah, Sundial's a great choice.
One of the highlights of 2009 was the Stand By the DI concert, which we held in June. It started with the recording of Stand By Me, which we did at the beach with musicians from the community as well as musicians from the DI. And it was a really exciting and worthwhile event as clients got to feel part of something that was bigger than just the everyday lives living here. When we did the concert, we had all of the musicians who participated in the recording perform, and that included the DI singers as well as the DI band. And it was a night of magic and wonder. And to top it all off, Benny King, the man who wrote Stand By Me and released it in 1961, came and performed with all of the musicians who were there. And I have to tell you that the audience was wowed, not just by Benny King, who is a legend, but just by the talent and the commitment that all of the people who participated displayed. The recording of Stand By Me continues to wow audiences on the net, and our ads have garnered a lot of positive response from people in the community who have seen them. It really was one of the highlights of 2009. The people who participated have had wonderful friendships formed, and they had an opportunity to take part in something that they know has impacted the hearts and minds of every Calgarian.
Mr. Benny King, everybody. Once more, if you don't mind, give everybody a wonderful round of applause.